Simple, minimal, and purely functional is how I would describe my experience with this laptop bag. It doesn't have any fancy tricks or compartment, isn't particularly fashionable, and I'll admit is a little pricey. But despite all that, it's becoming one of my go-to bags to carry just about anything. Hi, I'm David, and this is the Invisible Bag 1 Laptop Backpack. So what is it about this backpack that I really enjoy? So compared to a typical backpack that are front loaders, this backpack is a top loader, kind of like a tote bag. And while that doesn't seem particularly special, I just find it super convenient that I can hold it and start throwing whatever I need inside. There aren't any pockets or dividers inside the main compartment, so it won't be the most organized to easily find things buried at the bottom. But on the other hand, the top loading structure means that I can carry longer items like my slider that sticks out without worry. And for grocery runs, I can just walk around with the top open and everything still stays nicely inside. So looking at the rest of the pockets, at the bottom of the bag you have a separately lined compartment for shoes, which does share the same space with the main compartment, so you'll need to organize a space between the two. And then turning the bag to the back, there are two hidden zippers on the sides. One of these pockets is for holding your laptop, and inside the laptop pocket there's soft lining and it's slightly suspended from the bottom to keep it from hitting the floor. But the padding on the sides and towards the main compartment are a little thin, so I'd avoid dropping this bag on the side or wary of hard, sharp objects in the main compartment. Also, it doesn't really stand on its own too well, so lean it against a wall or place it flat on the floor to avoid it from toppling. The second back pocket is for holding a water bottle, and it's pretty spacious in here, so it should accommodate most water bottles no problem. Both of these pockets are pretty invisible when everything's closed up, which is nice for security and keeping everything minimalistic. But because of the symmetrical design, I often find myself opening the wrong side pocket half the time, because visually from the outside, I can't tell which side holds what. But that should solve itself as I get more familiar with the bag. On the front of the bag, you have zipper pockets on both sides as well. These pockets are good for storing any thin, small accessories. I have my laptop power adapter on one side and a paper notebook on the other. And inside the pocket, there's also a small zipper pocket that can work well for securing a wallet or a passport. But again, the same thing applies. With a symmetrical design, since both pockets look exactly the same, I often forget which side is carrying what. And this lip on the top is purely designed, so don't be tricked thinking there's a pocket opening here as well. So next let's look at comfort. The arm straps are thinly padded, but they're wide enough so they don't dig into my shoulders and hold very comfortably. The back is also light on padding, so if you have any odd shaped objects in the bag, it will lay oddly on your body. But with a laptop inside, or any normal set of items, I find it sits perfectly comfortable on my back. I guess if I had one main complaint, it would be the handle on top. It's basically a thin strap that barely fits my hand. Functional for hanging the bag on a hook, but not really comfortable for holding any extended period of time. So while this bag is a little light on padding, it definitely helps keep the entire bag light and compact, which is nice in the overall comfort. And finally, the looks of the bag. It's definitely minimalistic in style and different from my typical backpack, but it's definitely growing on me. The design is very clean and the only branding is on the back side, so it doesn't stick out when you're wearing it, which is nice. So that's Invisible Bag 1 Backpack, a simple and minimal backpack that I find extremely functional as a day trip city backpack. No special compartment, no unique tricks, but just pure simplicity in a lightweight and minimalistic design to carry whatever surprises you might need. Sure, organization in the bag takes a little extra effort, but despite that, it's becoming one of my top backpacks to grab for a trek around town. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. You know what to do, and I'll see you in the next video.